Hello, 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 my Taurus gang, my bull gang, what up? It's your girl Tracy with Ascension 225, Tarot and Oracle, and I'm here to do your October reading, October 2025. So, Taurus, I hope you're well, doing well, you're abundantly blessed, you're just happy because you woke up this morning, right? Am I right? Right? Yes. Throw up that gratitude, Taurus. All right, so we're going to find out what Spirit wants and needs you to know for the next few weeks of October. This is the time for harvest and seeing that, whatever come to fruition, those seeds that you planted a while ago, see what comes to fruition now and towards the end of the year. Okay, Taurus? So find a nice cozy spot to relax, relate, and receive. I'm hoping that you're able to receive a message from this that really resonates with your soul or your current situation, or what you maybe have previously gone through not too long ago, because I can ask for the energy for the next few weeks, but Spirit will give me what Spirit wants us to talk about. All right, so take what resonates, leave the rest on the table. It is a general reading. If you need a personal reading, reach out to me at ascension225tarot@gmail.com, and we will go ahead and get you scheduled for your private reading. Okay, all the information about me and about how to email me is in the description box. My rates are in the description box. My promo code is there if you're a first-time customer. And what else? Also a link to my fragrance review channel is there. So everything is down below in the description box, you guys. Mwah! I really appreciate it. And don't forget to please give your girl, some love here. Give me some reciprocal energy, all right? And like, share, and subscribe. Please, please, please. Thank you. All right, you guys. Let's get into it, Taurus. Let's get into it. We're going to start off with the Oracle, and then we're going to get into the Tarot, all right? All right. So we're going to start off with the T. What's the T? What's the T, Taurus? What is the T going on with you? All right. I'm finding that, I forgot to mention that there are about 3 retrogrades that are going on at this current time until either the end of the fall or the beginning of next year. We have Neptune in retrograde in Pisces right now. Neptune is the planet of deception, seeing things with rose-colored glasses on, but now it's in retrograde, so things are becoming very, very clear now. All right, you might be taking those rose-colored glasses and throwing them down on the ground and stomping on them bitches, okay? I'm just saying. We also have Saturn, who is the teacher of the zodiac, also in Pisces. So we've got Neptune in Pisces and Saturn in Pisces, okay? A lot of watery energy. This is all about emotion, feelings, all that good stuff. Saturn is the teacher of the zodiac, all right? The head mister or the head mistress, all right? You might get wrapped across the knuckles a few times during the season because Saturn will be in Pisces for the next year and a half. It's already been 6 months. It stays for 2.5 years. So we have another year and a half. So whatever you put out there in the universe, watch what you put out there because it's going to come back to you. And Saturn's going to be like, I told you so. You're going to learn today. All right. So lots of learning lessons, lots of karmic lessons, lots of understanding yourself better. Right, a lot of self-discovery, okay, through learning these different lessons and seeing things clearly. All right, seeing things for what they really, really are. All right, so what's the T for Taurus? Somebody might be finally taking off that mask. All right, and I told you Neptune's in retrograde, so people who are wearing masks, those masks are going to slip off, and guess what? You're going to see the real deal, Holyfield. Yes, all right. So no more hiding, no more pretending, no more delusions, no more illusions, none of that. All right, that is coming to an end. Okay, I've got social media. Somebody's keeping tabs on somebody's social media. Okay, the butterfly. Somebody's evolving and growing. Somebody has moved into the next phase or needs to move into the next phase or next chapter of their life. Somebody might be healing inner child issues or trauma, and some of you need to definitely release the past. with this butterfly energy. This is transformation, baby. Yeah. And then we've got proposal in the reverse. So maybe there was an engagement. Maybe there is a breakup. Maybe you guys became unentangled. Okay. And in the crossing, I've got freedom. Yeah. Whatever this is, a proposal, engagement, marriage, whatever, something has come to an end, and now somebody is free. Somebody is free. All right. Yeah. And somebody is surrendering to this freedom as well. All right. What's the intuitive message? Hold on. I wanted to show you what's at the bottom of the deck of these cards. I've got coffin. So this is new beginnings. This is putting things to death that no longer love you, serve you, respect you, honor you, support you. This is putting those things to death, giving it a proper burial, and then transformation comes from that. All right. That's death and rebirth. But somebody may be watching from afar, right? Somebody might be watching your, we already saw that with the social media card. Somebody may be watching somebody's social media to see what the hell they doing. Okay, what's up with them? Are they seeing anybody else? All right, somebody's spying, basically, is what I'm saying. All right, on the other person to see what they're doing. All right. So, intuitive messages. I've got, let's start off with the upright cards. I've got tree. It says, like a tree, deep roots create stability and growth. Are you feeling grounded, Taurus? Focus on building a strong foundation in all areas of your life to support your long-term growth. Be a tree, all right? And grow those roots. So any storms that come, you're still standing strong, right? You're grounded. And I've got clarity in reverse. Somebody does not have clarity right now about something. Somebody does not have clear vision, all right? But I told you, maybe somebody doesn't want to have or see clear vision, but with Neptune being in retrograde, clear vision, it's inevitable, okay? Those rose-colored glasses are going to be thrown across the room and stomped on, okay? So, and where's that card? Oh, and then I've got spirit in the crossing. All right, this is about spiritual growth, and this with Saturn being in Pisces, it's all about karmic lessons. All right, you gonna learn today, like I said. In my worst Kevin Hart voice, yeah. Those karmic lessons may hit us hard, but we were destined to go through them so we can learn, so that we can continue to grow as spiritual beings, okay? Yeah, the power of your spirit is always there, quietly supporting you, Taurus. If you feel lost, take time to listen to that inner voice. Through meditation or simple outdoor activities, you can connect with your inner or your higher self, okay? So connecting with spirit, connecting with your higher self. Maybe you don't have clarity about something, okay? All right. What sort of epiphanies or light bulb moments do our Taurus need to have, or will they have during the next few weeks? I've got somebody is observing every action. I can't make this up. We just saw that somebody's watching somebody. Okay, we just saw that. Yeah, we just saw this. Somebody's watching, observing, right? So it's watching somebody's social media, or maybe if you live in the same town, they could actually be watching you, following you, all that stuff. That's kind of creepy. What else? Somebody's fighting to emotionally detach from this situation. Could be a relationship, engagement, a long-term lover, whatever. They're trying to emotionally attach, but they are not winning. They are not winning at this. And that's why they're stalking your social media and watching you from afar. These scars and wounds run deep. Woo! Woo! These scars and wounds run deep, y'all. Listen. Didn't I say that with this butterfly, somebody needs to heal their inner child wounds, their inner child trauma. All right, maybe that's what's holding you back. All right, I would say 90% of all adults' issues and problems are from childhood trauma or pain from childhood. I'm telling you, unless something else traumatic happened, you know, in your life, it basically starts in your childhood. All right, so somebody needs to heal these scars and wounds that run deep. And what was in the crossing? Woo, cha! Somebody needs to go, and it's imperative that somebody needs to go through this dark night of the soul, honey. Yes, whatever that inner child needs, whatever that trauma was, somebody needs to address that. Somebody needs to address those shadows that lurk within, that pain, that trauma, whatever it is. Somebody needs to address it in order to heal, in order to move forward. Because if you don't address it, it never goes away, and it stunts you from growing as a spiritual being. All right? Yeah. Somebody needs to go through the dark night of the soul, and this is very important. Very important. Crossing cards in my readings are very important energy that Spirit really wants and needs you to know, or there could be a blockage from you getting to this energy, right? If you're in denial, if you don't have clarity, like that clarity card that was in reverse, you may never go through this dark night that you desperately need to go through, or some of you desperately, not all of you, but some of you do. All right. Angels, angelic messages. It says, expect miracles, Taurus. Expect miracles and pay attention to your intuition and your downloads. That is how Spirit communicates with us, through our intuition. That voice that whispers to us and says, no, go left instead of right. Yeah, that voice. That's the voice of our Creator. All right, sending you downloads and intuition. Listen, hear that voice, recognize that voice. All right. So let's get into the tarot, and I wanted to show you the spirit animal that Spirit says Taurus should evoke. Okay. Over the next few weeks, and I've got the hedgehog, not Sonic. I think somebody else got this. I've got trust the universe, Taurus. Trust yourself, number one. Trust the process. Trust the universe. Trust Spirit. Okay. It says this is a reminder that even if you feel that others do not understand you or get what you are doing, it is no excuse to curl up and hide. Excuse me. Wow. Sure, you may need a little bit of space right now, but the world needs your gifts, Taurus. You are more than worthy. I feel like Spirit didn't want me to get that message out to you, but you need to trust the universe. You are more than worthy, and the gifts that you embody are already within you. All right, God has already equipped you with that. So, Sonin's the hedgehog, and let's take a look at your two major arcana cards, which is the heavy-hitting energy of the tarot deck. The first one that came out is the Hanged Man. I just did Aries, and Aries got the same card, the Hanged Man. All right, so this could be a card of self-sabotage, right? You not seeing things clearly, and you going on your own, leaning on your own understanding instead of listening and consulting with Spirit, all right, which could create self-sabotage. Okay, this is a feeling of maybe you're putting yourself in a pause, at a pause. Maybe you're pausing, or maybe Spirit's got you pausing, all right? Because maybe you need to see a different perspective or a higher perspective, because maybe what you're doing is like a dog chasing its tail. You keep doing the same action, expecting different results, but guess what? You keep getting the same results, all right? So pause, all right? Listen to Spirit and not on your own understanding, because that ego tries to get in the way every damn time. and allow Spirit to guide you. All right, slow down, hear the voice, see things from another perspective or a higher perspective, and then proceed. All right. I don't know, maybe you're at this pause because you're trying to avoid a tower. I don't know. But towers are learning lessons. That's how we learn. When things just explode in our lives, right? A situation that we thought was on solid ground, whoa, it turns out, guess what? It wasn't. It was on sand. And the first wave that comes knocked everything down. These are learning lessons. What is it that you need to learn? Is it that you need to learn how to trust the process? Trust Spirit? Possibly. Possibly. That's Scorpio energy. And the Hangman is also, I think, like Piscean energy. So a lot of watery energy happening in the universe right now. A lot of emotional type of energy. That's why people are all riled up in the world right now. Things are very emotional for people. All right, so at the bottom, I've got be patient, do what you can on your side, but be patient. Spirit's working diligently on the other side, but it's not going to happen when you want it or expect it to happen. It happens in divine timing. There is no time in the spirit realm, all right? And then we've got the star. Trust. Have faith. Unwavering faith. It's Aquarius energy. Have unwavering faith in Spirit and the gifts that Spirit can manifest for you. All right? Yeah. That's also healing energy as well. All right, let's get into it. Spirit, this is for Taurus. Taurus? This is for Taurus. For the rest of October, what messages, especially the energy that we've already seen in the oracles, can you please give us additional information about our Taurus collective, please and thank you. Let's cut the cards. What's on the bottom? Oh, shit! Ooh, ciao. All right, Taurus, listen. You cannot avoid this tower. You cannot avoid this tower. You can't avoid this tower. It's a learning lesson. We're going through learning karmic lessons and all kinds of stuff right now because Saturn is in charge, large and in charge, baby. And you gonna learn today, whether you want to or not. You can't avoid this tower, this whatever this thing is. It's about to pop off in your life. You can't avoid it. It's coming. All right. All right, Holy Spirit. So what's in the middle? Two of Swords. You unable to make a decision about something. You being indecisive. You being at a crossroads. Wow. All right. Okay, Holy Spirit. So what's the most important energy surrounding Taurus's reading today? The Seven of Pentacles. What are you going to invest in that's going to bring you abundance in the end? Seven of Pentacles. What garden will you choose to invest in? Alright, let's do a few more shuffles. Alright, I need, excuse me. I need 2 rows of cards, Holy Spirit. This is for Taurus. This is for October. Please show us the most important energy for Taurus. Top row, Queen of Cups, Ace of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, 6 of Wands. Bottom row, the Hierophant. That's you, Taurus. Death. Strength. Oh, Leo, I love it. And the King of Pentacles. You almost You have 3 major arcanas in a row on your bottom. 5 of Wands. Is there some sort of conflict going on? This is the 5s are about change, and the 5s can bring conflict, okay? Because change is never easy. But listen, this is conflict, chaos, and competition. So, is this competition? What is this competition in your life? Is this competition between people? Competitions between a job or whatever? I kind of feel like it's a relationship that may be no more, but I'm not sure yet. Let's find out. So I've got a Queen of Cups, nurturing, loving queen. That's that watery energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Emotionally intelligent, balanced. Then I've got Ace of Cups. This is, whenever I see Ace of Cups, I always tell my clients that it's all about you giving back to yourself, you loving yourself, you nurturing yourself with this full overflowing cup of love. All right, so that when this new love comes for you, you're ready for it. Okay, because you're healed, you're good. She's got all kinds of butterflies coming out of her cup. This is new beginnings. This is transformational type of love. Transforming yourself, and then meeting up with somebody who has that transformational love, that healing type of love. I like that. And then I've got Wheel of Fortune. What's going to be your fate and destiny here? I mean, you're looking. I think you want fate. You want victory and success here, right? The wheel keeps spinning with this Wheel of Fortune. So whatever you put out there is what you're getting back, or will get back. Okay. Hopefully you put some good juju out there. All right. The bottom row is the Hierophant. You, Taurus. This is about spiritual learning, higher learning. You see, she has a book, and she's talking to a wise owl. Maybe there's been some sort of wisdom here. The Hierophant is also one of the marriage cards in the tarot deck. So, and then we've got the Death card. So I feel like maybe if this is a marriage, maybe there's going to be a death and a rebirth for you. Putting it to death, and you going through your own transformation. There's another butterfly here on her shoulder. Have strength. Have courage. Intestinal fortitude. Be strong and fierce like this lion, even when you don't feel that way. All right? Don't allow fear to stop you. False evidence appearing real. Be strong like this lion. All right? Because you're striving to be this King of Pentacles, this boss mama, or this boss daddy. Doesn't matter your gender, but this is somebody who's like an entrepreneur, has their own business, makes good money, you're successful. That's what you're striving for, to get to this point, to be this King of Pentacles, whether you're a male or a female. But what is it that you want to invest in, or should you invest in, that's going to bring that energy towards you? Be wise in what your choices are. What's this Queen of Cups and this Hierophant energy? What's this Queen of Cups and this Hierophant energy? Can I just have one card for Taurus, please? What's this Queen of Cups and this Hierophant designate for our Tauruses, please? And thank you, Holy Spirit. Yeah. Sorry. Ten of Swords. It's time to put this painful cycle to an end. You need to, or you should put this painful cycle to an end. Normally the Ten of Swords is somebody bleeding out on the ground with 10 swords in their back. A very painful, challenging chapter of your life. Yeah. I feel like you're just trying to be emotionally intelligent about the whole thing. It's definitely been a learning experience with this Hierophant. but you could be closing out a chapter on this marriage, right? I have Empress. Maybe this is your baby's. The Empress is you, Taurus. It represents you. So you could be this Empress, right? Who can give birth to any and everything that you put your mind to, right? Or, you know, yeah, maybe you're a mother. The Empress is a mother. What's this Ace of Cups and Death for Taurus? What does this Ace of Cups and Death reflect for Taurus? Please allow, okay. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands, new opportunity, a new spark of creativity, a new spark of passion, a new spark of a new goal, or a new something that lights you on fire. That's what this is, Ace of Wands. Laying on top of Ace of Cups and the Death card. So abundance is coming to you once you go through this death and this rebirth, putting what doesn't love you, serve you, support you, respect you, whatever, to death, figuratively speaking, with this death and rebirth card, okay? Alright, so what's this Wheel of Fortune in the Strength card for Taurus? What's this Wheel of Fortune and Strength card? I've got the Ten of Wands, putting an end to a very painful cycle or chapter. Releasing those burdens on your shoulders, alright? Having the strength to release them, alright? And I've got Two of Swords, being at a crossroads. Yeah, maybe you're at a crossroads for this. You still haven't decided or done it or whatever. Ten of Cups. Alright, Six of Wands. What is the Six of Wands and King of Pentacles? Okay, I've got the Moon. The Moon. The Moon is all about intuition, right? The knowing. Yeah, being tapped in and tuned in to that intuitive part of yourself. And seeing things, maybe needing to investigate so you can see things what they really are. Maybe something presents itself as this beautiful woman, but look at, she's really some sort of monster here. Alright, so people can hide things under this Moon energy, just like that Neptune energy. Create illusions and delusions. In order to be this King of Pentacles, you need to trust your intuition in order to have the success and victory with the Six of Wands. You need to trust your intuition and see things for what they really are, Taurus. Right? And I've got the Hangman on the bottom. Woo! You're seeing two Tower cards and two Hangman cards. You need to take a pause and you really need to connect with Spirit. Yeah. Alright. Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is equal give and take. And I feel like the scales are uneven because this person is getting all the tea in her cup and this person is getting nothing. You know, sometimes relationships are like that, when one person gives and gives and gives and the other person takes and takes and takes, but they never give back to the other person. So the person that's doing all the giving, they run out of gas, they run out of energy, they run out of steam, and their gas tank never gets refilled. Maybe that's what's going on here in this situation, right? Somebody's a taker and not a giver. Page of Wands. New opportunity. This could be a new opportunity, or maybe you're trying to research or investigate, you know, what you're passionate about. Maybe you lost that spark. Sometimes when we're in a relationship, we lose ourselves, right? And maybe you need to figure out what that spark was or how to get it back or whatever. Yeah, because you feel entrapped. feeling trapped and caged in, like you can't escape from whatever this situation is. Five of Cups. We already saw the Five of Wands. Conflict, competition. Five of Cups is same type of energy, but that's the energy of loss. Somebody feels like they missed an opportunity. Somebody feels like they lost an opportunity for something. Maybe being in this situation, maybe you lost an opportunity to pursue something that you really love. People, places, or things. And maybe you're regretting that choice, right? Because you're feeling at a loss now, at a deficit now. Yeah. Crying over what was lost. It's time to be decisive, like this Queen of Swords. Be decisive. Focus on what it is that you need and want, and go towards it. Maybe making a head over heart decision instead, so that you can get to this King of Pentacles position that you want to be in. Yes, the World. So you can have that success and those accomplishments that you dream of. But something is getting in the way of that. You need to trust the universe. Something's getting in the way of you achieving what it is. Maybe a relationship is holding you back, or something, a connection. Something's holding you back, a marriage, something. But this is you being able to reach those achievements, reach those successes, right? The World is also the closing of another chapter. But now, if you're single, you are free to pursue whatever it is that you want with this King of Wands energy. Freedom. Freedom. This cycle is closing out for you. Whatever this cycle is, whatever this chapter is, it's closing out, and a new chapter is starting. So let's go ahead and get your universal message. It says, if you're frequently giving yourself permission to doodle, wander, and be totally unproductive. Hold on, let me start over. If you frequently give yourself permission to doodle, wander, and be totally unproductive, and you actually relish such interludes, I can guarantee you that your genius, your creativity, and your productivity will increase exponentially. You have to give yourself permission to fuck off, right? And wander and just goof off, right? And not be so serious, Taurus. And not always being in work mode, okay? If you give yourself that balance of having fun and enjoying life and all that other stuff, then it says that the Spirit can guarantee that your genius, your creativity, and your productivity will increase exponentially. If you trust Spirit, if you trust the process, if you trust and have patience to be in this temperance energy, right? To do your part and allow Spirit to do their part. Okay? It is a collaboration. All right? All right then. I appreciate you, Taurus, and I hope you got something good out of this reading, all right? Take care, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Mwah! Take care. Bye.